Yo, what is up you guys? Recruiter Fox here, bringing you another Xenoverse 2 video. So today's video, I'm bringing you guys a skill test, and the two moves I'm about to skill test for you guys was highly requested. Everybody pretty much wants to see this. So the two moves I'm comparing are Savage Strike and Divine Retribution. So first off, both these skills are skill attacks, but for Divine Retribution, it actually has a Ki Blast, which is the first input. So it's also technically a hybrid build for Ki Blast users and melee users, and Savage Strike is straight up just a melee attack. So starting off with the damage, for the first input of Savage Strike, it does 1449, and if you double tap the same input, it makes you teleport, and this damage does 1811. Now this is the scary part. As for Divine Lasso, the first input does 1449, just like Savage Strike. And if you double click it, which also makes you teleport, the damage does 1811, as you guys can see right here. So yeah, both these moves are super similar, also in damage. But one thing I did find out for Divine Retribution, if your opponent is all the way up to the sky, the double input damage actually decreases, and the damage for this does 1086. But for Savage Strike, if your opponent is all the way up in the sky as well, the damage still stays the same, which is 1811. So I don't know why Divine Retribution decreases in damage when your opponent is all the way up in the sky, but maybe because not the full attack is hitting him. I think it's just like the tip of the sword or something, I don't know, but that's pretty much the only reason I can think of. So if you unlock from your opponent and then you just use the move, both these moves will teleport to your opponent even though you're unlocked for them, so you don't have to be locked to them to hit them. And as for the speed for both these moves, Savage Strike is faster, and I'll tell you why right now. As you can see, when you use the teleporting one, you can see my character putting his two fingers to his forehead, which is the instant transmission move. And as for Divine Retribution, he doesn't use instant transmission, he's just using super speed. And as we all know, instant transmission is instant, and moving super speed is not instant, you're just moving super fast. So the winner for speed is Savage Strike. And I'm just kidding, in all serious, they're both the same speed. In knockback combos, if you teleport to him with a knockback combo, it's the same speed as Divine Retribution. But I just thought that was a clever way on saying Savage Strike was faster, but they're the same in speed. And you can use both these moves anywhere in the map because it'll just teleport to him and you don't have to be locked to him. That's just a cool little tip you guys need to know. And as for the range for these moves, I'm not going to talk about the second inputs on both of them because they teleport. But for Savage Strike, when you use it, he does his charger back. He doesn't go all the way to your opponent, but it does have a pretty long range for it being a skill attack move. And as for Divine Retribution, he shoots his Ki Blast, and this basically can go across the map and hit your opponent. So Divine Retribution has longer range for the first input. Now for the combos, I say both these moves work best with knockback combos. So just do any clever knockback combo. You don't even have to stamina break your opponent, and just push the first input once on both these moves. You don't have to teleport to him, because for Savage Strike, when you do a knockback and then use the first input, it automatically teleports to him. And as for Divine Retribution, it's obviously a Ki Blast, so it'll hit him. Oh, and also, when you use the second input for both these moves, both teleport above your opponent and then go downward. For Savage Strike, it punches him down, and for Divine Retribution, it obviously does his slice move, but it knocks him up towards the sky. So both these moves are really similar. They're basically the same thing, except one of them is blue, one of them is pink pretty much. They both do the same damage. When you teleport to your opponent, they both go above your opponent and then go downward. And I pretty much think this is just a matter of preference, whichever move you want to use, or whichever you like more. Me personally, I'm sticking with Savage Strike. I do think Divine Retribution is a little bit cooler just because it changes from a Ki Blast to a sword, but I do think Savage Strike is better, so I'm just gonna stick with Savage Strike. And that's it for this comparison video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace.